Well, I kind of have a game plan here. See, I screwed plywood here, and believe it or not, this blow-in insulation was as high as this stuff here, all the way across. And see down in there, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a cavity all the way down in there. And I got all the way over to the ceiling fan, or the exhaust fan, which is that white light there, way down there. And see, I knew there wasn't going to be very much crawl space through there. That's a smaller roof, and this insulation was packed in here almost straight across. Well, this high here, all the way across there. I had to dig all that, no joke. Dig it all out with my dustpan, throw it up here, deposit it in here, push it off to the side. Then there was a batt insulation about 12 inches thick. I had to roll that up, push that off to the side, crawl through over there, shovel, take my plywood and screw it on there, and so that I could reach down there. Look how deep that is. I don't know if you can see that too well. I might get the light up here a little bit better. Maybe I should, because I want you to get the full Monty of never giving up. You know, is your attic access going to be exactly like this one? No, it's not. But I'm hoping you get the idea of what all you're going to have to do. Okay, let me just set you here so that I can carry the light over there. And when I brought this light from home, I should have brought an extra bulb. You just have to be careful with them, because if you drop this or unplug it without pressing the button, all kinds of stuff, the bulb is very easy to burn out. And if it burns out, I don't have any extra bulbs with me. Oh yeah, I hope you heard that. I hope you heard that one. Oh man. I banged my head. Okay. Working up in the attic is a different beast, let me tell you. You use all kinds of muscles that you never thought you had. Yes. All right, we're gonna get you. I'm gonna get you back here. This is for your benefit, not mine. Okay? So just remember that. One average Joe to another, right? See all the way down in there? Look, and then I had to crawl through that space over there. Way down there. None of that was there. I didn't even know there was. The crawl area was all covered up with blow-in insulation. See, whenever you build a house, you have to have attic access to all locations in your ceiling. And that's got a small little ceiling. And when I got up here initially, this insulation was as high as the ceiling. See where that, let's see here. Yeah, that 2x4 there going up at an angle. See right there? That's the peak. That's the peak of the other roof. And it goes right there and then back down. And there's only that little bit of access. But after they put the insulation in, they had batt insulation, 2x4 batt insulation, and it was about 12 inches thick. Then they blew in all this the blow-in insulation on top of that. I don't know if they did that after they moved in and they did it as an extra thing or what, because usually they'll do one or the other. If you have bad insulation, batt. I'm saying batt, B-A-T-T, not B-A-D. Batt insulation. And if it's 12 inches thick, you got a good R factor already. And there's no need to put all this blow-in insulation on top of it. But they must have done that, like I said, after they moved in, and maybe a few years later, somebody came along and gave them a good deal and said, oh yeah, we're going to give you, you know, currently you have R22, we're going to give you R35 or something with the blow-in insulation. We're just going to blow it in over the top of the existing insulation. You're going to be good to go. But and they did that, and they covered up that crawl space access. And see, initially I didn't want to start digging through all this stuff because I thought, well, maybe the closet in that back bedroom has a crawl hole in it. And I looked, and no, it didn't have one. So I thought there's got to be a way to get through there. No inspector in their right mind is going to pass this without knowing that there's access. And so I just started digging the insulation, and I've put my strips of plywood down, and I started digging this right here. This insulation was up to these rafter edges right in here. And I started digging, and see how deep it is? It's 2 feet, and then it goes down to 3 feet or so down there. And then I just put more plywood down there and crawled through there and got myself a couple other pieces there. There's no way I could have done that very easily without this plywood crawling around through there and stuff, because I was literally on my belly in certain areas, and twisting and turning and flipping around to get through all this maze of wood. And there's some electrical wire down there. That big pipe there is the main pipeline to go to the heater, and a Freon line. And then there's an air conditioning duct there. There's some wires down there. You got to be careful, and you got to make sure you step on the ceiling joists and all that. And I had to go up over this and everything, you know. So you just have to be careful. And I got all the way down there, saw the exhaust fan, saw that it had a 4-inch exhaust pipe on it, that aluminum pipe, just like the other piece that I showed you. I looked and saw where the wire was coming into it, because I thought maybe a rat had chewed through the wire. I transferred the wire and felt the wire along there through the insulation and everything, and dug it out, saw where it got down the wall where those 3 light switches are, and that wire, sure enough, it was a 12-3 with ground. That means it's got a black, red, white wire and a ground wire, because remember there was 2 light switches that went up to that ceiling fan. One, I call it a ceiling fan, exhaust fan. One was for the exhaust fan. One light switch was for the exhaust fan, so they use a black to go up to there, and one exhaust fan, or the other one was for the light in the exhaust fan, and you had a separate light for that. So that you have a red wire going up there. So follow that back. It looks like all the wires are fine. I'm gonna do a little bit more investigating from the bottom side, you know, in the bathroom, because I thought there might be a transformer or something on the outside. Maybe that had burned up, or mainly looking to see if the wires looked okay. The wires look okay, and I'm going to check out a couple more things, and then I'm going to talk to my auntie, let her know what I found out, and I'll report back to you what I find. Okay, stick around. Hey, more. Yes, more to learn if you want to keep watching this video series. And speaking of exhaust fan piping, see that right there? That's what it's probably going to look like. It's aluminum, it's flexible, and it comes like an 8-foot lengths. And that one just happens to go down to the laundry area where I'm at, to an exhaust fan. Okay, if I were to lift that stuff up and all that, you would see it down in there. But that's going to be over there too. So I find that, I know I'm in the right location, right? Right. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. I never know what I'm gonna show next, so you might want to just stick around and see. It might
save you some money around the house.